Hey there, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Really appreciate you being here. So this was an interesting one for me. I explicitly remembered reading in the Bible a couple different times. I could have swore it was in the back of one of the four Gospels, but I reread all four of them today looking for this one verse, and it states that once Jesus had died on the cross, then he went into hell, fought Satan, and took the keys to the gates of hell from Satan, and then came back. And that took place on Saturday. So basically, the most important day of Easter weekend is not just Good Friday, it's not Easter Sunday, but it's actually Saturday, what he did. A direct one-to-one correlation to that would be like the day that France fell would be, the equivalent of Good Friday. What happened then would be Charles de Gaulle marching through the Western Front and into Berlin and taking the keys to basically the war machine from, the leader of the bad guys in World War II, and then marching back out of, Germany in the 1940s and the Western Front, and then back into France, and everybody celebrating that he came back. And that would be the equivalent of Easter Sunday. And then everybody is kind of glossing over what happened Saturday and everything he did that day. So I've never heard this talked about before. I've never seen anybody preach on it. I was doing a search online, maybe like there's the Bible passage, whatever, what's it called? BibleGateway.com. I've used them multiple times and it does not pull up verses that I remember reading. So unfortunately, I don't have the verse for you, but I know it's apparently not in the four Gospels because I read those at length. So it's probably in one of the epistles, maybe the book of Acts. Not too sure. But I explicitly remember reading it. I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that it's there. I've read it multiple times. But and every time I read it, it's like, oh my gosh, this is so powerful. Why does no one talk about this? But anyway, so the reason why it's I think it's more important than Good Friday and Easter Sunday is that when Jesus died on the cross on Good Friday, he took upon all the sins of the world. And then when he rose from the grave on Sunday, on Easter Sunday, then he conquered the grave and also the sin. But how he did that was by going into hell, fighting Satan in the nine hells, or however many hells there are, seven circles, whatever. That is not spoken in the Bible. But basically, he went to hell, fought Satan, took the keys to the gates of hell from Satan, released the captives while he was there, and then walked back out. There are multiple accounts in it's in the book of Matthew, and I think it was also in John, where after Jesus had come back from the grave, a bunch of people who had previously died, they also came back to life and were walking around the city. And I believe that those were the captives that Jesus freed while he was in hell and released them. So not only did Jesus conquer the grave, he conquered, I was going to say hell, but that was already conquered. He conquered not only death, but second death, which is to be cast into the lake of fire. So both of those were conquered, and conquering second death is far more potent than conquering physical death. So that's something to me that is hugely impactful, and I really wish I had the verses to pull up. This is the third time this has happened to me. I've looked on BibleGateway.com. It's like, I know I've read this verse. Look up keywords, and it doesn't pull up the verse. And I had to find it manually with my own physical Bible, which takes a lot longer, especially for me. Then I'll pull up the verse and then type it in Bible Gateway. It's like, there's the verse. Why did it not pull up any of the keywords? So anyway, I wish I had that to show you. If somebody wants to do me a favor, if they could find it, or if they could upload a Word doc of the entire NASB, North American Standard Bible, and then do a Control F for the keyword of keys, gates of hell. That would be fantastic. Then I could actually show you where it's at, because it's pulling up two verses. One is in Matthew, which is talking about keys, kingdom of heaven. The other one is in Revelations, which was keys to death and Hades. I am the living one, I am dead, and behold, I am alive. Furthermore, I have the keys of death and Hades. That's not the verse, so neither one of those are. But anyway, this is pretty short and sweet. That's all I was really wanting to get at. So thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate you being here. As always, stay classy. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Well, this is awkward. There it is. Okay. Couldn't find my mouth.